Hey everybody, this is Mike, and I have a really good question that someone from our church texted to me. The question is, what does God say about sins that are borderline unrepentant? When you feel guilty, but also like you just can't stop yourself anymore? Well, I love that question because all of us kind of feel that way, don't we? That there are these sins that don't happen just once or twice and then we fix it, but they happen day after day and year after year. Some people call these pet sins because, like our pets, they don't disappear after a week. They're with us for years, if not decades. Now, the great answer that God gives to that question is that His love for us and His acceptance of us is never based on the fact that we're repentant enough. I mean, who ever feels guilty enough for any of the sins they commit? A sin that puts the Son of God on the cross, where He's forsaken by God, where He tortures and dies. Whoever feels as bad as they should. So God doesn't forgive us because we feel guilty or we feel bad enough. And that's our great comfort, that when we come to Him in confession, when we reach out and ask for forgiveness, God is so merciful and He's so gracious that He gives us exactly what we need. Now, that doesn't mean we shouldn't fight against sin. If you notice a pet sin, a habitual pattern in your life, the important thing is not just to confess to God, but to confess to other people. I work with a ministry that helps people who are caught up in sexual sin, and especially internet pornography. And what we've noticed more than anything else is that people's habits and their behavior changes, not just when they pray or confess to God, but when they ask for help from their brothers and sisters in the faith. James 5:16 says, "Confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed." And so I would say, if you're struggling with a sin and you feel like you're not fighting it like you should, tell somebody. Tell your pastor, tell a trusted Christian friend. They can bring you back to the forgiveness that Jesus did, which will motivate you to fight that sin with a greater strength than ever before.